They say, when fire and water collide, it's not just steam that is created. Destinies are rewritten. But one night, when these two ancient forces challenged each other, the entire world held its breath. Who would win, the fire that burns everything, or the water that gives life? Two ancient forces ruled the world, fire and water. Fire possessed the power to reduce mountains to ashes. It was fierce, unstoppable, and proud. Water, however, could carve through the hardest rock with patience. It was calm, wise, and deeply powerful. For thousands of years, they respected each other's boundaries. Where fire ruled, water stayed away. Where water flowed, fire stepped back. But one day, everything changed. The sky turned black. The earth trembled. Nature sensed that if fire and water ever fought, the world itself might not survive. Rising conflict. Fire's pride grew stronger every day. It roared, "I am the greatest force in existence. No one can stop me." Its flames spread across forests. Mountains melted. The earth became unbearably hot. Water watched silently, but only for so long. Soon, rivers overflowed. The oceans rose with enormous waves. Water spoke calmly. "True power is not destruction, fire. The greatest strength belongs to the one who protects life." Fire laughed. "If you're truly powerful, then stop me." Dark clouds covered the sky. Lightning split the heavens. The earth shook violently. Nature realized. This was no longer an argument. It was becoming a war, one that would decide the fate of the entire world. But hidden in the darkness, a third force had already awakened. Major twist. Just as fire and water prepared to battle, the sky became completely dark. A terrifying shadow appeared. Even fire's flames trembled. Even water's waves fell silent. It was darkness. It laughed. "For centuries I've waited for this moment. You believed you were enemies, but your greatest weakness has always been your pride. While you destroy each other, the entire world will become mine." At that moment, fire finally understood. Water was never the enemy, and water realized the same. Their true enemy had always been darkness, a force growing stronger from their hatred. Without speaking a single word, fire and water stood side by side. History's greatest battle was about to begin. Climax darkness swallowed the sky. The sun disappeared. Fear covered the earth. Fire unleashed its most powerful flames. Darkness absorbed every spark. Water summoned gigantic ocean waves. Still, darkness continued to grow stronger. Then, both fire and water remembered an ancient truth. Power alone is limited. Unity is limitless. Fire shared its flames with water. Water did not extinguish them. Instead, it balanced them. Together they created a brilliant light, so powerful that darkness began to disappear. The sky filled with golden light. Darkness screamed, then vanished forever. Rain gently fell upon the earth. A peaceful flame continued to burn. Nature smiled, because that day, neither fire nor water won the battle. Unity did. The war was over. The sky was blue once again. The rivers flowed peacefully. The forests came back to life. Fire was no longer proud. Water remained calm, as always. For the first time, they smiled at each other. Fire whispered, "I finally understand. Strength without wisdom only creates fear." Water replied, "And patience becomes true power, only when it walks beside unity." From that day forward, nature remained in perfect balance. Fire learned not only to burn, but to bring light. Water learned not only to flow, but to nurture life. Narrator. In life we are often like fire and water. Some are driven by anger, others by peace. But when pride disappears and unity begins, even the darkest force cannot survive. Moral. Real strength is not found in defeating others, but in standing together against every challenge. Pride creates destruction. Unity creates a new beginning.